She was a princess of the silver screen and had a career that lasted 45 years. Audrey Hepburn was the stunning star who became a humanitarian. To this day, she still graces everyone with her beauty and iconic style and charm. So let's begin basic biography of Audrey Hepburn. Audrey Hepburn was born on the 4th of May 1929 in Brussels, Belgium, to a Dutch baron and baroness. Her real name was Audrey Kathleen Ruston, and she would become an icon due to her charm and beauty, as well as being a daughter to a baroness and a baron. She attended school in the UK and became a British citizen just before the World War II, and even returned to the Netherlands just during the time of the war. She was studying art and dance and learning to be a ballerina. Whilst learning ballet, she was able to perform in both UK and Netherlands as a dancer, and she was able to have a hand in being a model. Still being a dancer, she was able to perform on stage as well as acting on stage in smaller roles with the name Audrey Hepburn. Audrey managed to work in theatre during the time of the war, where her family's wealth was slowly depleting. This meant acting was her only means of support, as she didn't really want to be an actress, but yet this was the only way to support her family. She managed to land a role in the movie Dutch in 7 Lessons as a stewardess, and this was film came out in 1948. Yet she was able to land smaller roles ever since, and was able to use her languages such as Dutch, French, and English within her roles, depending on what role she starred in. This was a start for the starlet, as she would become a rising star. But her big break came with the iconic movie in 1953 called Roman Holiday, which was based on a princess called Anne who visits Rome and falls in love with an American expat who was played by Gregory Peck. She also appeared in other movies then after, such as Funny Face, alongside Fred Astaire, and even an, another role that was also iconic, Breakfast at Tiffany's character, Holly Gottlieb. Gottlieb. She also starred in movies such as My Fair Lady, War and Peace, and Robin and Marion, where she played Maid Marian alongside James Bond star Sean Connery. To name a few of these movies throughout her career, she was able to become an iconic star. Just her charm and her beauty herself could get her any role she needed. However, her roles actually made her like kind of a silver screen princess, and this is where I call her a silver screen princess during the time of the 1950s to 1980s. Audrey Hepburn managed to star in various and very many iconic movies, such as War and Peace, and even Robin Hood and Marion, and even Breakfast at Tiffany's, which today people are still watching and still enjoying. However, she was able to be the first or one of the best and greatest female actresses during the time of the 1950s and 60s, where female actresses such as Marilyn Monroe, Doris Day, Kathleen, Catherine Hepburn, and Elizabeth Taylor, to name a few, were starting off their careers. She was married twice, with her first husband being Mel Ferrer, who starred with Audrey in the movie War and Peace in 1955. But their relationship lasted from 1954 to 1968. The couple had one son called Sean Hepburn Ferrer. She then married her second husband in Italy, Andrea Dotti, and the couple had one child, but their marriage lasted from 1969 to 1982. Afterwards, she had a partner called Robert Walders, who was a Dutch actor, and both were together from 1980 to 1993. She was ranked as one of the greatest female actresses of her, and even her career in general had so many awards. She won awards such as the Best Actress Academy Award for Roman Holiday and also winning 3 times the Best British Actress Award. Later on in her life, Audrey Hepburn became a humanitarian in the late 1980s, and she was also an ambassador to UNICEF, where she was able to help starving children in Africa and even around the world. She was able to house and support many children around the world who needed food and water, and was recognized for her behavior. From there on, she was able to help other children and other people around the world who needed help and support, even aid to children who were starving. She also was winning awards with this kind of behavior, where with the behavior of selflessness and even combating world hunger. She was able to work towards a better world, and with her spirit and goodwill, even after her death, she was remembered for her beauty, selflessness, and even her legacy of humanitarian work. Working on projects such as clean water and even helping end the plaguing problems of hunger and world hunger and thirst, even clean water was on her agenda. Finally, opening a division called the Audrey Hepburn Society, which was done by UNICEF themselves. Overall, her legacy, her acting, and her service to charity did not come unnoticed. Sadly, Audrey Hepburn passed away at the age of 63 from appendicitis cancer. However, some sources say that she died of other cancers, such as colon cancer. However, she found out about this when she had abdominal pains into her stomach. However, after her death, the legacy still nowadays people talk about how she was a great actress and a great person. Now, many actors and actresses have now worked with UNICEF and helped people who needed the help. Also, other charities were able to work with with actors, and even with Audrey's legacy, there would be many divisions from UNICEF, such as the Audrey Hepburn Society, like I said before, have been opened to let her legacy live on. If she was alive today, Audrey could see the world's problems and even try and fix them. And, quote, she always said was, "Nothing is impossible. The word itself, I'm possible." Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and like this video if you have not done so. I'm Suki Cookie, and it's been a pleasure to go through this video and even talk to you about the best actress of the 1960s and even in old Hollywood. Thank you for watching.